You.
Hey, we still watching Captain America?
Was that today?
Yeah, dude.
Uh, yeah. Frick. Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are.
Alright, well, I'm here.
Okay. I'll be there in a second. Hey,
Hey!
what's
You ready to get this party started?
up? Yeah, but you're wearing the wrong shirt. You know we're watching Cap 2, right?
No. We agreed on the best Marvel movie, did we not?
We did, so
Civil
Cap
War.
2. Not
Not
again.
again.
My name's Austin, as y'all know. This is my somewhat acquaintance, Dylan.
Somewhat acquaintance, huh?
So he did a video with me the other day. It was John Wick versus Whiplash, our two favorite movies of all time. Now we're doing favorite Marvel movie of all time. And mine's Cap 2, while his is...
Captain America, Civil War.
Yeah. So we're going to explain to y'all three different... Wait, I got you on. We're going to explain to y'all in three different reasons why our movie is better. We're going to start on the characters, then the plot, then the execution of the whole thing. So, my boy Dylan is going to start us off.
Alright, with characters in Captain America Civil War, you have a whole bundle of them. But most importantly, it's not lost that it is definitely Captain America's movie. You know, Iron Man just had second billing. And the characters are so well written in this. There's conflict between Cap, there's conflict between Iron Man. They both have different views. And both of those views are presented flawlessly. Like, you understand the reason why Iron Man has this thought.
Mentality.
Yeah, this mentality. And Captain America has his own reasons for the way he thinks. And it's so well written that it doesn't matter which way it doesn't matter which way you go, because, you know, you can be right with Iron Man,
No side's 100% wrong.
Yeah, neither side is 100% wrong. And I like how I'm just repeating everything he says. He's feeding me my words of dialogue here. But
Oh, we've done this 7 times.
yeah.
We're used to what we...
But not only that, you get introduced to new characters. You know, two stick out. And rightfully so, because one has been a favorite amongst many fans. As I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted, Spider-Man, I mean, he's a favorite amongst everyone. Everyone connects with Spider-Man. And then you get the coolest character that has his own movie out. You know, I mean, you can go to the movie theater and see it, you know, like
Black Panther.
the Black Panther. Yes. I mean, all those characters, they steal the show because everyone loved seeing them in the movie. I mean, they weren't in the movie that long, but everyone loved, you know, everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I got for now. But
Okay. So, the characters for Cap 2, the reason I like it so much is because it doesn't just dive into the important ones like Captain America, you know, Thor, Black Widow. It's not just people that are in the main Avengers. It's the small people that's in SHIELD. And the reason I like that is because it shows that like which people are good in Shield, which people are bad in Shield, which people are kind of, you don't know yet. And it has one of the best introductions to a frenemy ever, and that's the Winter Soldier. I really like how they one introduce him, but also I like how he is compared to who he was and who he's gonna be. And it shows Nick Fury cooler than ever. He's super awesome in this one. And it shows that Black Widow doesn't just have a fighting chance in it. But yeah, Black Widow isn't just a spy. She actually does have some heart. I really like that. And yeah.
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 Okay. So now we're gonna talk about the plot.
Carrying on over to plot. The plot. I mean, I dived a little bit into it, already with the characters because it was kind of hard not to.
Mm-hmm.
But the plot of Civil War, the government wants to, wants control over the superheroes. They've been a little too destructive in the government's eye. So they've taken it upon themselves to, have the superheroes answer to them to any, stress or anything like that. And, well, I'm sorry, I got distracted right there. It's just like, but basically, that causes a rift between Iron Man and Captain America. Iron Man being for it, Captain America being not. Which is actually, it's funny because, given Iron Man's past exploits, he's actually not been one for the government. But given, all the things that have happened
Recently.
yeah, with Ultron, like Ultron was the last straw, he's like, okay, I need to be controlled because I clearly don't know what I'm doing. So, I mean, what? What's going on? But the whole idea of them controlling the government, like, I'm with Cap, personally, with the reasons for why he believes it. Because, I mean, the whole thing is so well done that you understand the reason why the government wants to do this, but you also don't like the idea because they would potentially be just another military faction.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not good for superheroes to be just a military faction, so they have to wait for action when it's already happened. Like, when they could have already been there like that, to stop it.
Yeah, and there's like times that, like Cap said, if the government wants them here, but they know they should be here,
Yeah, right. I mean, Cap knows what he's talking about. In my opinion, he knows what he's talking about.
He's very old.
Yeah, he's very old. He's very wise. He's over 90 years old. So, but anyways, that's my argument for the plot and why that's better. How about you?
Okay. Although Cap 3 has a pretty cool plot, I love how Cap 2 doesn't have just a great Marvel plot, not a great Captain America plot, but just a great espionage film plot. Like, for an example, if you never heard of any Marvel movie and you just picked up Captain America the Winter Soldier, I think you would like it. There's some stuff like with Captain America's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, whatever, and then with Bucky being his old friend, I think stuff like that would just go over your head. But for the most part, I don't think you would have to watch the earlier films. The fact that not all the good guys are who they seem to be, I think that's very interesting. When you don't know who's good, who's bad, and even when the bad guy, the Winter Soldier, he's bad, but there's more to him just being bad,
And I say, Zangief, you are bad guy. But this does not mean you're bad guy.
which I really liked.
Well, how about the execution? What do we think of the execution of these movies? Well, with Captain America Civil War, the execution was phenomenal. You got potentially a Avengers movie out of a Cap movie. And to me, that is like the epitome of a great superhero movie. Because it's definitely a Captain America movie, but you also get the interaction of all these other characters you love. And they've teased it before, the whole fact of the Civil War happening, because there are differences in ideas between Cap and Iron Man, and they've said that in they've set the stone in Avengers: Age of Ultron when they were chopping that wood. That was a little taste of what would happen in Civil War, and Civil War is just that times 10. And there's repercussions from this movie. There's repercussions for it. Like right now, the superheroes are still split apart. Alright? Civil War is still ongoing. It's not over.
Which that's what I'm excited to see, how the first part of Avengers 3.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see.
I mean, do they mend it? Do they fix... I mean, clearly they have to get together just to stop, you know. But if you hadn't
But did
noticed...
they agree? That's...
Yeah, I don't think they'd ever agree. And the funny thing is that if you hadn't noticed in the trailers for Infinity War, you don't see Cap and Iron Man right next to each other at all in those. And, you know, Hulk and Thor are probably going to be really lost and like, why are you guys split apart? I mean, come on, we're brethren, you know? The way I'm thinking of Thor talking, you know, he's like, my goodness, everything splits apart. I lose an eye, and then, you know, Asgard gets blown to smithereens, and... Oh, spoilers, if you haven't seen it. But if you haven't seen it, then why in the world did... Why in the world would you have watched the Infinity War trailer? I mean, the Infinity War trailer, just pause until you see...
Wow.
And for your execution of the movie...
Alrighty. Huh.
I don't mean to kill the movie, I mean...
So, the execution of Cap 2, the reason why I think it's better, because from beginning to end, even though it's not non-stop action, it's non-stop entertainment. Even from the beginning scene, when Captain America is running next to some stranger and he's like, on your left, on your left. You obviously know that this stranger is gonna... I'm on your right. Oh wait, I'm on your left though.
yes, that's what I was saying.
Wait, I'm on...
You are on my left.
You're on my right. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, and you know that this stranger is gonna be at least semi-important later on, and he ends up being super important. You know, he ends up being Falcon, all this other stuff, and that's super cool. And then you know, from the beginning, that's cool, and then, you know, in the middle, you're like, whoa, what's going on? Is the good guys all good, or the good guys all bad? Is it kind of in between? And then you meet, you know, his old friend Bucky, and then at the end, even though Bucky's not exactly good, he's not exactly bad either. He's kind of torn between, because he knows that he knows now who he used to be, but he's confused about the whole situation. So now you don't know what's gonna, you know, one thing's gonna lead to another, and that I was not bored at all from beginning, middle, or end, and I think it has a nice structure. It does have a Marvel structure, that's for sure, but I think Marvel does so good that it's okay that it falls into like similar formula. That I'm okay with. As long as that formula works, I like it. And I think the formula, the execution, is great in Cap 2.
Well, that's our argument versus who do you think won?
Cap 3 or Cap 2? Obviously, Cap 2's better, so you can comment that below. But comment below and let me know what you do think's better. And just like the last time, I got some votes on Instagram, got some votes on YouTube. So everyone that voted last time, thank you. And for the people that's gonna vote this time, thank you. And we have a couple ideas for the next video.
Oh, we got a few ideas.
Yeah, we got a lot. But although we're probably gonna do at least most of those ideas, which idea do you want to see first? You want to talk about? Let's talk about 3 ideas.
All right, so we got one idea that is, best adaptation of an anime.
Yes, like Ghost in the Shell, Death Note, Fullmetal Alchemist is coming out, Attack on Titan, etc.,
Yes.
etc.
And I imagine a lot of people will be split on that.
Yes.
Um,
Another thing is the worst movie of all time.
the worst movie versus the worst movie, or is the worst
So bad it's good.
it's good movie.
And just to kind of give you
So there is a difference between those two.
the so bad it's good is a terrible movie. You know it's a terrible movie, but you find enjoyment in watching that movie. Or it's such a terrible movie that you hate your life during and after you watch it. Hey guys, so just like last video,
we overexposed, or not overexposed.
it went past the 20 minutes.
Mhm.
So it kind of cut it off. But long story short of what we were supposed to say on that last little bit was, if you liked what you saw, please subscribe. And which one did you like more, Cap 2 or Cap 3? And what do you think we should do next time on the battles? Comment below and let me know. And like always, I'll see you next time.